I ain't trespassing.
Hey, clear off. No one's allowed to talk to your hunker.
I need to get rid of him.
Bishop Yaroslav's orders.
I'm from the bishop. No, if I do that, and he goes and asks the bishop. But if I pay...
I'm sure the bishop wouldn't mind if you had to go and answer a call of nature, and if it were a nice long call, there'd be a few groschen in it for you.
Don't even try it. I'm warning you.
Let's come to some
Come on
arrangement.
now, just between the two of us. Johanka is my friend. She has no one else but me. The Inquisitor will surely take her away, and I'll never see her again. I just want to say goodbye to her before she disappears forever. What would you do in my place?
Well, since you put it that way...
Well, that was easier than I
I'd be
thought.
taking a big risk, disobeying the bishop's orders. You'd have my head for it.
I don't expect you to do it for free.
Of course. I wouldn't expect you to put yourself at risk without a reward.
Let's just give him the max.
All right, go on then. But make it quick, eh?
For sure. Thanks a lot. I owe you.
Good luck then.
What about his mate over there? That's a different matter. Can't do anything with that one. Who's this in here? Rapota. Oh, okay. That name is familiar. But that's just a normal guard, and this was... Oh, that's just a normal guard. So I don't have to bribe the other guard?
Johanka, are you alright?
He's just
Yes,
stood in the background
Henry.
listening.
I'm fine. I'm glad to see you.
I spoke to the Inquisitor. He wants to put you on trial.
I know. It's all in God's hands now.
No, it's not. I mean, it is, of course. But the bishop has allowed me to defend you.
You want to defend me?
Not particularly,
Thank you.
if I'm honest.
Henry, that's very kind of you. But you needn't bother.
Okay.
Our Lady won't let anything bad happen to me. I am her instrument, and I am completely in her hands. Everything that's happening is her sacred will.
But I won't stand by with my arms folded. You need someone to testify for you. As I said, I will defend you.
If you insist. Maybe it's the will of the Virgin that you came to me. So be it then.
Hey there, Fear No Stigma, sorry. I nearly got your name completely wrong. Came over from the YouTubes of the old tank videos. Oh, thank you very much. Yeah, I had fun making tanks videos at the time, but certainly enjoying other games now. Are you playing anything else or still playing World of Tanks a lot? We have to flee. I did the pilgrimage.
I went to Ujits, like you asked.
That's good, Henry. I hope you purged yourself of your sins.
I did the pilgrimage of penance, like you said. And in the church, I begged the Virgin Mary for forgiveness.
And she will bless you, Henry. You're a good man. Remember that. And don't stray into wrongdoing again.
I won't. I made a donation to the church, too. And the parish priest there, Father Godwin, he was asking about you.
Was he? Well, what did you tell him?
I told him
Oh,
you're a
just about
nutcase.
everything that's going on and the things you were saying.
Uh-huh. Good, Henry. The more people who hear about it, the better.
You weren't good at World of Tanks. You only played it a short while. You loved my commentary and watching better games than yours. You play WoW mostly? Do you mean World of Warships or World of Warcraft? I'm going to watch that guard in the background. He's putting me off.
What did Bishop Yaroslav ask you about?
All sorts of things. Like how the Virgin Mary visits me, what she shows me, and about preaching to the people. Actually, he was really quite pleasant. He asked me about Skalitz, whether I go to church, and a lot of other things. And in the end, he told me I mustn't speak in public again about the visitations and that. But I couldn't obey an order like that. The Blessed Virgin is testing me, and I have to do what she asks, no matter who or what stands in the way.
I'd say he wasn't too happy about that.
No. He came there with his men, dispersed the people, and had me arrested and locked up here.
No great surprise. It was Oh, World of Warcraft? I used to play World of Warcraft. World of Warcraft was responsible for me getting a knackered wrist. Which is why I have to use a vertical mouse these days, right-handed. Let's see.
About that trial,
Yes, the trial.
You mustn't provoke the bishop.
I'll get some people who will testify for you in court. But Brother Nicodemus is worried you'll say things that will make the Inquisitor angry. Please don't do that. You have to talk to him respectfully, answer his questions with humility, and not say anything to annoy him. And don't say anything against the church or priests. Please.
I'll say only what the Blessed Virgin wants me to say.
I think...
Johanka, please.
I
You
think
mustn't say anything
this is a
against
lost
him
cause.
or the church. Be contrite. Maybe even admit you might have been wrong about some things. I don't think the Inquisitor is so bad. If you submit to him, he'll drop the charges.
You too now. You're speaking exactly the same as his assistant. The two of you joined forces against me, did you?
I've nothing to do with him. I didn't even know he was here. Believe me, I'm really trying to help you.
You don't believe me anymore, do you?
Just burn her and don't bother. I'll say
I do,
that, but...
Johanka, I believe you. But in court, you must speak reasonably, prudently. A lot depends on it. Maybe even your life.
Maybe even
I
mine.
appreciate your concern for me, Henry, really. I do. But you must understand. I can't deny that the Virgin Mary visits me, or what she wants to tell us. Not now. After everything that's happened, I can't. Otherwise, she won't heal Matthias.
But you have to consider yourself and what's good for you. Surely you don't want to be convicted of heresy? That won't do anyone any good, neither you nor Matthias.
I've already told you. Everything is in the hands of the Blessed Virgin. I will accept with humility the fate she grants me.
Sacra. This is going to be a right mess.
Bloody is. I think I should have nothing to do with this anymore. Go and find some bandits to beat up. Okay. I'm beginning to think I should have told the bishop about Matthias, but it's all too late now. You're a former World of Tanks player 2, Hawks. 2 years ago you swore you'd never give Wargaming another penny of your money. Good for you. What do you guys think of all these... Because I was away on holiday when it was mostly happened, so I didn't really follow it. I don't really care either. But all these black market deals that World of Tanks has been pushing, where you can buy all these so-called rare premium tanks and stuff. In favour? Against? Think it's ridiculous? Think it's a money grab? Think it's a good opportunity? What do you reckon? Right, we're going to go and speak to this swordsmith's wife. And I really don't know what this is going to achieve. There's going to be a barbecue. There is, John. There's going to be a proper barbecue in this. I just hope I'm not on it. Hello? Mr. Swordsmith's wife. Let's talk.
I'm here about Johanka.
You're that fella of hers, are you? What do you want?
No. I'm just a friend of hers. Matthias is her fella.
Huh. God knows how many she has.
I heard you invited Bishop Yaroslav to come and dine with you.
Yes, so what? Bishop Yaroslav is an esteemed visitor to Sassau, and it's only fitting he should be suitably hosted by devout burghers.
And what did you talk about?
What we discussed with the Monsignor is none of your business.
What have you got against Johanka?
Nothing. The question is, what has she got against us? Tell me that.
What?
She turns up here and tries to tell us how to live our lives. Says the Virgin Mary whispers to her in the night. Yeah, I'm sure. To a simple village wench. I'd like to know who's really putting those ideas in her head. She's just getting people all worked up. Men, especially. Coming around here with her nonsense. Sassau is a decent, orderly place, I'll have you know. We don't want any trouble here. All this talk about hellfire and the end of the world. God have mercy. No one is interested in what she has to say. All they want is some spectacle. She ought to have thought twice before she started.
Got a lot to say,
Not
this
that
woman.
She wasn't warned.
Wow, we're getting a breath. Okay, 2, the World of Tanks money grab. You had all the golden credits, so no problem. Is anything rare in that game? Not anymore, it seems. Money grab all the way. It's always been about the money when talking about wargaming. Indigo, you spent your 23 millions credits, I'm assuming. Bought Death Star because you started playing. Did you not get that when it was available? I think it's only worth it if you can buy premium tanks for credits. Black markets are interesting. It wasn't too bad an idea. However, it is indeed a money grab attempt, and I believe it's a way to collect data and what people want or whatever. Oh, I haven't thought about it like that. And the Type 59 gold price was insane. I did see that. That was the first one, wasn't it? Insane amount of money. Okay, let's get on with this barbecue then. Not that she wasn't warned. Who
What do you
warned her?
mean, warned?
As I said, she was told.
Explain yourself, woman. I don't want to threaten her. I'm going to have to threaten her, aren't I? Because the other one isn't quite good enough.
Damn it, woman, tell me what you meant by that.
I didn't mean anything by it.
Out with it.
If you must know, some of the fellas want to have it out with her and tell her to stop. No one wants her speeches here. But would she listen? No. The devil possessed her to bring harm to us.
So it was you who sent those men?
All I wanted was to protect the Sasau folk against her poisonous tongue, and I'll do just that. The Monsignor asked me to testify in court, and I'll tell everything I know there.
And I'll do likewise. Farewell.
Go.
So we need to trip her up a bit.
Take care.
Do you know what then? After that, and she still says take care to me. That's so sweet. Okay, after that, so she's going to be testifying in court. I've got the testimonies of these people. I need tell Brother Nicodemus how it went. Okay, let's fast travel up here. I'm going to go and talk to Sebastian. For all, I don't want him testifying there. I think I need to trip him up a bit. Oh, I've been sat down too long. I've been streaming for nearly 5 hours. I wasn't intending this. I was hoping to wrap this up, but as I feel this is coming to an end soon. See if we can get it finished today. You want to burn the witch? Thanks, John. The trouble is, I wouldn't be surprised me if in medieval courts, it wasn't just the accused who got hung. It was the parties defending them as well. We shall see. Right, let's go and find El Scumbag. I don't care. I don't care.
God be with you, Henry.
Oh, it's on my side. He knows me. Good. Custodian scribe. He's in here, right? Oh, I've got the key. Oi. You. I need to talk to you. No, it's Conrad Keyser.
You all right?
Not you.
All right.
Brian Blessed.
All right. He tried to kill me.
But it seemed like
It was Pekar. He's lying right there. And you let him go. You told me to my face that I had nothing to fear. Keep out of my sight. You hear?
You've
I'm
used
going to be
too much money
killed
over the years
for
on Wargame. You tried to calculate how much you spent. You stopped when you passed £8,000. Oh my God. Well, I suppose it's like the gold, the tanks, premium accounts, garage slots and everything. It all adds up, doesn't it? But yeah, that's a lot of money. Okay, you. We need to talk. What's this? The dead soldier's document? Oh, that was a thing that I picked
found
up,
this
right?
document in the woods by Sasau. Careful, it's a bit bloody.
Don't tell me those fools got themselves. Oh, to hell with it. And did you come across any Cumans?
Yes, they're finished.
There now. It's not such a fuck-up after all. Here's some money for you. It was supposed to be for those idiots, but it seems they asked for 100 groschen more than they deserved.
So what did I get? Oh, I got a nice bit. Okay. I know about you
I
and your
know
Henker.
about you and her. She told me everything.
Oh? What exactly do you mean? You'd better be very careful what you say, boy.
You slept with her.
I know you're a married man, but you haven't always been entirely
Oh,
faithful
we've got
to your
leverage.
wife.
We've got
How
leverage.
dare you?
And you had to pick Johanka. I know all about it. And you should know it's finished. Johanka was feeling vulnerable when it was all too much for her. That's all. She and Matthias care for each other, so leave them alone. She doesn't want to have anything more to do with you. And she won't.
How dare you speak like that to a noble? You, a blacksmith's brat from Skalitz.
Actually, I'm not.
If you weren't in Lord Kobila's charge, I'd have you whipped for your lies and dragged behind a horse all the way to Ratai. But whoever you might be hiding behind, next time I'll do just that.
I've wanted to kill
Now
this guy
get
from
out!
the very start.
Farewell.
Farewell. We're not finished yet.
Good day to you.
We'll give him some trophies.
I have some,
Some ears
trophies.
first.
Let's have them.
No,
There
no.
are plenty of them.
All the rest of the
My
game
lad,
is
you're the wrath of
finished.
God
Conf.
personified.
I have to be careful how I say your name. It's all finished, so Talmberg's no longer under siege. I don't know why Conrad Kieser is still in there, but that's all finished. All the game main story's done.
I need something from you, sir. I suppose you heard that Johanka was locked up by the Inquisitor and is facing charges of heresy.
I did, and it's most disturbing news.
What you might not know is that he's agreed that I can defend her at the trial.
You? Do you even know what to say?
I'll think of something.
Well, I'm preparing for it. I'll think up something, don't worry. But I need you to testify at the court. In Johanka's defense, of course.
Naturally. You don't think I could just sit here and do nothing? Besides, the bishop has already insisted that I
okay.
appear before the court.
Oh. All right.
One moment. I apologize if I was a little hasty. This whole affair has left me anxious. I appreciate that you want to defend her. However, I don't think it would have any effect. No offense, but I don't think you'll be able to achieve anything in court. I'm afraid the Inquisitor will judge as he sees fit, whatever anyone says. But I have an idea how you could help.
Oh? How's that?
Flee. With Johanka, of course.
That's not a good idea.
No, I don't think that's a good idea. I'm sure Johanka will be acquitted by the court and everything will be all right.
He doesn't want it coming
Running
out.
would just
Is a
confirm
fair.
the Inquisitor's suspicions, and she'd always be looking over her shoulder.
I don't agree. As I said, I don't believe you can affect the outcome of the court. If Johanka flees, yes, she'll have to lie low for a while, but in time it will all blow over. You can take her anywhere, as long as it's far enough from here. A girl like that will always find her feet. She can easily hide out somewhere where she's not known. Maybe there could even be a place for her on my estate. Think about it. But whatever you decide, if Johanka comes to any harm, you'll have me to answer to. I'm very fond of her, and her of me.
That's not what she says.
And I don't want anything to happen to her, understand? But if everything ends well, I'll show you my gratitude, I assure you. Good luck to you.
We should have killed him a long time ago. It's a shame we didn't have the option to. Who's this? Oh, just a guard. Never liked that dick, even when he threw me in jail from the first time I met him. Might be slightly biased. You're sure she'll be acquitted? I don't have a clue. I really don't. So we've got a chance to... Yeah, we'll go and speak to Nicodemus, and let's go and start this trial, because I think I've spoken to everyone I want to. I don't know if I should take a potion. I don't know whether it will make any difference. I'm sure I can take a potion of something. Brother Elias. He's not an option. Nicodemus. I could do some poisons. I spoke to
I
Johanka.
spoke to Johanka.
And did you manage to convince her?
I'm afraid not. She's stubborn. She says she answers only to the Blessed Virgin.
Oh dear, Henry. That's not good at all. What about her family? Doesn't she have a relative she might listen to?
No. None of them survived the raid on Skalitz.
She has no one at all left in the world? Poor child.
You once managed to kill Sebastian. You snuck in and gave him the old dagger in his sleep. Good stuff. Did he respawn, though? Because I accidentally killed a character that was needed for a quest later on, and he respawned. So I was kind of happy, but disappointed at the same time, if you know what I mean. Is he killable? Apparently. About this bishop.
Who is this Bishop Yaroslav?
This.
I've never heard of him before, but the prior has. He said he's very
Oh, I think
well
I've
learned.
heard this.
Sarepta?
Yes, we've done
No,
that bit.
he got
Okay. Okay, yeah, back. The Inquisition.
What exactly does an inquisitor do?
We know
The
this.
Inquisition is a papal institution.
We've looked at this. Okay, I must be in the wrong thing. About your training. Okay, end.
See you later.
Okay, I just had to tell him what happened. Right, that's fine. Didn't have to persuade him anything. Okay. We're on to the next bit then. Brother Peter. I murdered everyone in the monastery. That might get their attention. How do you get that helmet? Is it DLC? Let's have a look. Which helmet is it? The House of Zul helmet? Yeah, it's from the Band of Brothers DLC. Should really get this other stuff. My charisma's way down, look. I'm going to go and get fixed and mended at the bathhouse. It would be silly not to before a court case. I don't know whether it would make any difference, but it would be silly not to. Yeah, you get that helmet right at the end of the game, I think. Sorry, right at the end of that particular DLC. Talk to Matthias? Don't think you can you? Well, I'll go back in and have a look, but I've not been able to talk to him before. He's been sort of semi-conscious. Up. Over we go. Oh, the tailor's not in Sasau anymore. He's gone on some business trip. For the duration of this quest, I think. Well, unless he comes back. But, yeah, that's not an option. You don't have this DLC because you don't feel like investing any more money into the game. Kind of got boring once you finished all the default missions. I know exactly what you mean, and I don't blame you at all. The DLC are very questionable whether they're worth it. The sort of games you want to pick up in a Steam sale when everything's half price. You get them for like 3 or 4 quid. But Band of Brothers was good. Sorry, Band of Bastards was good. That was better. That was better than the others.
God
but
be with
yeah,
you.
full price.
Do you need
I
anything?
wouldn't. And I wouldn't pay full price for this. I've not enjoyed most of it.
I'd like to make use of the bathhouse's services.
And what is it you'd like?
The works. Wench and everything goes with that.
I'd like a private bath for 2.
I'm sure you'll be extremely satisfied. God bless.
I'm sure we will. Hey, did I have to pay for that? Because someone asked earlier. It was you, Hawks, wasn't it? About them doing away with the free bathhouse perk. You're also saying Band of Brothers instead of Bastards all the time. I know. I can't help myself. It's just... There's been a lot of people talking about Band of Brothers recently. It's been shown on the TV, and I managed to miss most of it. Because it's coming up to the D-Day commemorations. So it's been a hot topic. But it just rolls off the tongue better than Band of Bastards does.
You
right.
want something from
I
me,
should
do
be
you?
now. Oh no, it doesn't repair them. I get a nice charisma perk, but I thought that got my... stuff fixed. Is it an option? What bath house
I'm
services have we
interested
got?
in your...
Uh-huh.
Launder my garments, heal my wounds, bath and laundry. Okay. Nothing then.
Actually, never mind.
Good luck then.
What patch was this file started on? This was started... oh, God. March or April of last year? Something like that? Maybe not quite. I don't know what patch it would be. Okay, we're going to do this. We're going to talk to Matthias. Or Matthias. I don't know how it's pronounced. And then we're going to go and start the trial. And he'll probably say, oh, it's too late tonight. We'll do it in the morning.
Yeah.
Oh. I'm interested in that white horse in the stable up there. Don't remember seeing it there before. Is it stealable? It is, actually. That's interesting. Matthias.
Hey!
Can we talk to him now? Thomas. I can't. Oh, I can talk to Matthias. Matthias.
Matthias? You're better.
Henry? Is it you?
Yes, it's me. Who else would it be?
I'm glad you're here, Henry. I feel a bit better now. I'd even like to eat something. I must tell Johanka. She'll be glad.
She's on the barbecue tomorrow.
Johanka's not here.
Oh? Where is she?
How to begin? Look, things got a bit complicated here. The main thing is... Johanka is in jail, awaiting trial.
Oh, particularly those.
What happened?
Yes.
Well, she claims she's being visited by the Virgin Mary and seeing visions, and she was preaching to people about it. But this inquisitor heard about it and came to investigate. He locked her up, and he's going to try her for heresy.
What? The Virgin Mary? Visiting Johanka?
Yes. So she says. Trouble is, Johanka is very obstinate, and she's likely to say things in court that will just make it worse for her. Listen, Matthias, I need you to go with me and talk to her. Maybe together we can convince her to see sense.
I wish I could. But I'm still too weak to even get out of bed. I'm sorry, Henry. I just can't do it. You know what? Tell her I'm feeling better, and I agree with everything you tell her. Give her this dice. She'll understand.
I wish I'd been
It'll
and talked to him
almost be
before
like
I went
was
there earlier.
with you.
Right. Thanks, Matthias.
All right. Thanks, Matthias.
Henry, please, look out for her. And make sure nothing happens to her.
I'll do my best.
See you later.
See you later. You watched the live stream earlier of D-Day anniversary event. C-47's dropped 240 paratroopers near Sannerville, France. Location of the first drops on D-Day. There was supposed to be, I think, like an 80-some-year-old... No, he's got to be older than that, hasn't he? Wasn't there a D... No, he's not a D-Day veteran paratrooping in. There's a British...
Have you been to Auschwitz to visit your parents' grave?
There's a British Army veteran that's supposed to be dropping in there. He served in the British Army in the 50s and 60s, I think. I was going to say, he'd have to be a lot older than 80 to be a D-Day veteran. Right then, back to here. The Sasau. We know we're going. I bet I don't get this... What I could do, it's possible I might get this trial started today. Is that? I don't know. Played World of Tanks since May 2011 and they got 13,000 games. You don't play much or you can lose interest. Yeah, it's true. If you do something, like you play at something way too much or too often, you can get burnout with it. What's the easiest way down here? Right, going in. About the trial.
About that trial?
Yes, the trial.
I spoke to Matthias.
I spoke to Matthias.
What? But he's lying in a fever, isn't he?
No, he's much better. He asked about you. He wanted to come here, but he's not strong enough yet.
Oh, that's wonderful. You see? Our Lady helped him. And now, I have to do my part.
But doesn't it mean that you've already done your part?
Yes,
well,
true.
What would be the point of it all if the Inquisitor were to have you imprisoned now? Or even worse?
It's a message. A final test. I mustn't fail now, after everything.
But you already passed the Virgin Mary's message on. Many people heard it, and many of them have amended their ways. You certainly haven't failed.
I like the way the guard is
Look,
listening
Matthias
to
gave me
everything
this
just
to you,
over my shoulder.
And he asked me to tell you to look out for yourself.
Thank you, Henry. Go now. I need to rest.
Right, it's to the trial. Let's go. Don't think there's anyone else to talk to, right? We've done everything. This must be coming to the end. The season finale. Do her part. Does she mean she wants to burn? She might. She might. That might be her intention still. Kingdom Come Deliverance needs a co-op or multiplayer of some sort, at least a way for people to PvP and a tourney with each other. That'd be an interesting thing, because I do like the combat style. However, I do think that it would spoil the game, because nothing spoils a good game like players. They would find cheesy ways of doing it. They would find ways of exploiting the mechanics like they do in every single PvP game. And yes, that's not the fault of the players. It might be the fault of the developers. But at the moment, you've got this wonderful sword fighting system. But as soon as you put players against other players, they'll cheese the stats, they'll cheese the armor. You'll see people running around naked, but with only a helmet on or something stupid like that, and using a ridiculous weapon, just because they found that in the current patch, they're the mechanics that work the best. So I'm quite happy for it not to have that. Mordor was pretty good if you're into that sort of thing. That's all PvP and uses a similar-ish combat style to this, but not the armor.
I just won't get any sleep.
I don't need to talk to you, do I? I need to talk to the big cheese up the stairs. Nudity is always interesting. I don't know about when you've got big axes being waved about.